In the high ticket sales space, there's one secret for women that no one else knows about. I'm going to share that secret with you today so that you can sell the $1 million coaching offer, the $250K coaching offer, the $500,000 coaching offer to a premium coaching client who finds you within 24 hours of seeing your message. So here's the secret, but you cannot tell anyone else. Your Caleb premium coaching clients, the one who invests within 24 hours of finding you, there's one simple reason that why they invest, and it distinguishes them from every other coaching client, premium or otherwise. And here's the thing, here's the secret. Caleb premium coaching clients, they want to do the work, right? They're self-led. They want to do the work, but here's the thing. They want to do the work, but they do not want to be told they're doing the work. And I'm going to give you an example. They want to do the work, but they do not want to know they are doing the work. It's an experience. It's a frequency. And here's an example. When you're watching a movie and you're engrossed in the movie, you know exactly what's going to happen. You know what's coming. You know what's happening. But here's the thing. No matter what it is, you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. In the popcorn, are you thinking, oh wow. Oh wow. You know it's a movie. You know what's happening. But you're still drawn into it. But if someone were to stand right next to you and say, now he's going to kiss her, and then now he's going to hug her, and now he's going, you just get up and walk out because they just told you the thing that you're doing, the thing that you're watching. You want to get the outcome, you want to get the results, you want to get the experience, but you don't want to be told you're doing that. You do not want to be told what you're doing. Here's the real life practical example of that. What comes to mind when you hear the words April 30 Day Selling Challenge? April 30 Day Selling Challenge. What comes to mind? How to sell, right? 30 days, they're going to give you some tips on how to sell, make you go do the thing. What comes to mind when you hear the Sacred Selling Circle Experience? It's the same thing. You're doing the exact same thing we do in a 30-day challenge, but it's called the Sacred Selling Circle Experience. It's the same thing, but the second one takes you on a journey to do the thing and create the outcome without telling you you'll be doing it. Caleb premium coaching clients do not want to be told they'll be doing it. And you can say, you know what? Why would they want that? That's why they're Caleb premium coaching clients. That's why they invest within 24 hours. That's why they don't ask those logical questions. That's why you don't have to overcome objections, because they feel the frequency. They feel the energy in the spirit and literally say, whew, thank God I found this one. It could be $1 million. They don't care the investment to work with you. They want the outcome and they want that experience that you're taking them on. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to High Ticket Sales for Women in the Prosperous Room and day 14, the end of the second week of our Sacred Selling Circle experience. This is the last day of the Alabaster Studio, so we're going to dive into what we call the Bespoke Signature Experience. This is the thing that supports women who have intangible coaching results, intangible outcomes, to sell their offers for $1 million because they're doing, body work or whatever they're doing, energy work. This is the reason why. It's a bespoke experience. Sell the wedding cake, not the flower. If you're doing high ticket sales and you're talking about how to and naming your offers and your experiences as a how to experience, you will get clients who come in, the life raft clients, who want you to save them and pull them to their greatness. But you have to overcome objections. They're not going to invest $500,000 because they're going to be logical and go, $500,000 for that, for 30 days of telling me what to do. But when you create an experience and a journey that transforms them and shifts the way they see the thing they're doing, it's a completely different frequency. A completely different frequency. That is why when you're doing high tickets and you're selling to Caleb, you don't sell to Caleb's head or mind. I don't have head-to-head conversations with my people. No, it's heart to heart. It's not head-to-head. Because head-to-head is comparable. They can compare it to everybody else. But when it's frequency, everyone has a special frequency, and I'm going to share that and show you the how of your frequency that sells your $500,000 coaching offer. So if your offer is named 6 months private coaching, you're still selling the labor, you're selling the work, and you're telling the person what's in the movie play by play, and they don't want that. They want the outcome without being told they're doing it, okay? So you're selling a to-do list instead of a destination. They want Cape Town. They want to go on the beach in Cape Town. They don't want to know the all between. They don't want to know the in between. Just tell them you're going to Cape Town. But if you say, well, you're going to go to Cape Town, then you're going to stop here, then you're going to stop here, you're going to feel the plane is going to stop here and get gas and do blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? Okay, just get me to Cape Town. That's how it works. That's the premium Caleb coaching client. So inside the Alabaster Studio, as you've seen this week, if you've been following us this week, we've stopped selling hours and time. Even when it's 30 days in April, 30 days of a sacred selling experience, it's still, we don't sell the hours and the time. We move from the lighthouse that we created, the lighthouse offer for Caleb, not the life raft offer for the people who have objections. The lighthouse offer, the one that revealed the David, the masterpiece. You took away all the fluff, the David offer. And now you're creating this sales experience with love, so that the journey is like cashmere on your nervous system and cashmere on their nervous system. No matter how rough it gets, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how the highs and lows are, it's still cashmere on your nervous system, because you regulate your energy, your frequency is aligned with where you're going and the thing you're doing, because there's going to be expansion. There's been expansion for the women in my community. Some women were selling 10K offers, now they're creating their first 250K offer from just the emails and these videos. That's a big expansion. So there's a lot of, when there's expansion, your bones are cracking, there's pain, but you don't feel it because there's joy in the cashmere of the experience, and it's not a 30-day challenge, okay? So you create it with love and you bring the David out into the world. Think about the difference between buying a bag of flour. You want to make a wedding cake, or somebody wants to buy a wedding cake, and they go, do I buy a bag of flour and do the wedding cake, or do I just buy the wedding masterpiece from the master baker? So they go buy it. One is the commodity, the flour. The wedding cake, that is an experience. It's an experience, okay? So again, think experience. I know it sounds bougie and frou-frou and woo-woo, but that is just what it is. And it's a bespoke experience, because once the client comes into your world, you co-create that experience together before she jumps into the offer. So she knows that it's curated for her. It's bespoke to her. So as we close this out, let's focus on what your bespoke signature experience looks like, because everyone's is different. When you sell 90 days of coaching, like I said before, you're selling more flour. When you sell a different thing, which I'm going to share with you now, you're selling the experience. Let's say, for example, you're a health coach and your client wants to lose weight. And this happened to me in my own coaching business. I have a health coaching business, and my first health coaching client came to me and she wanted to lose, it was 42 pounds. The number was very specific. And I remember I had a 90-day weight loss program. And she said, I've done those before. And I said, no, mine's bespoke. It's perfect experience. You're going to love it. It's very different from everybody else. We dive into your energy, your frequency. We partner with the Holy Spirit. We co-create. She goes, no, I've done that. I've done all of those. And so I went back to the drawing board and I said, how do I sell this? Because health coaching is the easiest thing to sell in the coaching industry. Why am I not selling? Why are clients saying no to me? And then it clicked. I said, Mimi, in your business coaching, you share that there has to be an experience. So why don't you do this in your health coaching? I did that, and I created the Look and Feel Great Naked experience. It was 90 days, but all I called it was the Look and Feel Great Naked experience. All of a sudden, the same thing, nothing different, just the name and the experience tied to it. And all of a sudden, women come into it and they have a completely different experience. There's no more comparison. They're not saying, you know what, I've done this before and it didn't work, or that other coach is selling the same thing. No, it's the Look and Feel Great Naked experience. So the outside and the inside work. But the experience is what draws them to it, because they're not being told what they're doing. The other thing was, after I quit sugar, I quit sugar about probably almost 10 years ago. So I created this offer that was kick your sugar habit program. And I thought everybody was going to come in because they saw my before and after. You know, they knew, oh my gosh, she was addicted to sugar for 42 years and she quit sugar. We want to do this with her. But no, that didn't happen. So I had to, again, come back to my drawing board and say, Mimi, you share in your business coaching that this is the way it works. So I changed it to Quit Sugar and Glow, the Quit Sugar and Glow experience, instead of Kick Your 30-Day Habit Sugar experience. And all of a sudden, women will come into this because it's the same program, but the name and the vibe and the frequency of it was different. The way I talked about it was different. It was not Quit Sugar and Glow. They could see the radiance, they could feel their skin changing, they could feel them losing, going back, looking 15 years younger, all of the things. But when it was Kick Your Sugar Habit, all they saw was, I've done this 30 times already and I still eat sugar. So it was a very different vibe. People want, again, the wedding cake and not the flour. This is the power of a signature. It's the power of a signature. When you sign your emails, when you sign your letters, The signature says that this is me. This is my energy I'm sending out with this letter. This is the email. This is my energy I'm sending out. I own this email. I own this letter. So imagine now, you're a painter, you're an artist, right? And you want to tell the world that the work is yours. They all sign it. It's that signature that adds millions of dollars of value to that painting. It adds millions of dollars when it can be authenticated that this is their work. Think about it. It makes the work your own. It tells your killer client, this is the specific frequency of the transformation that we're co-creating together. When your offer has a signature experience, it stops being generic. It stops being comparable. That's when you become a category of one. It's not the whole, your brand, your pictures. If it was pictures and your brand and all that stuff, I would just have to go back to being an attorney because I'm a yellow t-shirt kind of girl. So it wouldn't work for me. Coaching will not work for me. But here's the thing. It's not that. It's the frequency that you bring of your energy, the frequency of your energy that's supposed to the client to feel like when she hears a message, she's coming back home. It creates a remembrance in her body and she gets to remember who she is, not because what you're saying is new to her, but because of the way you said it, it lands for her, because that's the way the memory cells are in her body. And she's, oh my God, where's she been all my life? Not because of your makeup, not because of your lipstick, not because of any of that. Simply because she gets to remember who she is, the remembrance inside of her. So we don't sell to logic, except if you're selling to a bunch of CPAs. I'm a CPA and I don't buy from logic. You sell to the feeling that they have inside of their body, okay? So the other day, I went to my daughter's school because she was being inducted into the National Art Honor Society. She's an artist and they've been doing art since they were like babies. So I went in there and they displayed all of the inductees for the National Art Honor Society, the art along the wall, on the big jumbo screen. And one of the moms came up to me and she was standing next to me and she said, wow, I'm looking at your daughter's art and it's a whole vibe, it's an experience. Everyone takes us on a journey and you can see how her mind is working, where she's going. And they all signed their names on this one big picture, but she said to me, even without her signing that, I know it's hers. It's just the energy is her energy. You can tell it's her work. It's her vibe. It feels like I'm with her and I can tell the story and I don't want to get off this journey with her. And I said, oh my gosh, that is true. When I look at her work, I see this, I just know it's hers. I could see it in the trash and I could say, oh, that's my daughter's art. Like, I just know it because it's her signature. I can tell it's her vibe. It's an experience that happens in my body. When I feel it, I start to ask questions. I get curious about where we're going. Like, what is this person, this character doing? What is she thinking? Where's she going? How do I go with her? It's very alive. And that's what selling feels like when you're selling with a cashmere nervous system, with a bespoke experience, when you're not calling it a 30-day challenge. Don't get it twisted. You can sell with any name. I'm not saying change the name. It's not a name. It's not a name. But when you sell $1 million coaching offer, there's a frequency that comes. And even if you call it a 30-day challenge, your frequency is tied to that will sell that for you if you don't do it from a logical place. Okay? So it's energy, it's frequency, it's your vibe, it's how you say the thing, it's the way you hold your clients. When you're selling a 30-day challenge for $1 million and you hold your clients as you're going to save her, she's not going to buy it. She'll go buy a $30-day challenge from somebody else who's selling for $30. But you can sell it to her for $1 million if you hold her as well able, as having done the thing, as knows who she is and knows who God says she is. She'll buy it for $1 million because she feels that power in her body. She'll buy from the power frequency in her body. The same thing that somebody else will pay $30 for, she'll buy for $1 million. I've seen it. I've seen women send emails out that are called trust offers. And the trust offer is for $50,000 in an email. The same thing somebody else will pay $50 for in another email. They will pay the $50 within 2 hours. They'll get somebody will invest in that offer because of the way they relate to Caleb, the way they speak to Caleb's heart, the way they invite her frequency, the way they merge their energy with Caleb and make Caleb feel like she can do anything in the world. But when you drag people to their greatness, you better sell it for $30 and call it a challenge, okay? So your signature is a promise of shalom. It's a promise of shalom. Signatures are very, very powerful. Every time you sign your name now, just think about it. It's your signature, it's your work, it's your art, it's your experience, it's your frequency, it's your shalom you share with the other person. It's not a to-do list. I invite you to look at your own offers right now. Drop in the comments below. Do you think your offers are an experience or are they a to-do list? Are they a destination or are they the flower? Will your client pay $1 million or $500,000 for your offer today? And what do you think needs to happen to that offer for it to become $1 million offer? What can you remove from it? We're not going to add. Usually it's adding devalues your offer. What can you remove from the offer today to make it a bespoke, curated experience or journey for your client together, so that she's willing to invest within 24 hours of meeting you the highest value offer that you have into the highest value offer that you have, without you adding anything to it? No bonuses, because bonuses devalue everything you do. 24/7 Voxer devalues everything you do. It drops it from $1 million to 10K. So what can you do that can support the client to feel like she's entering into her legacy, into the next 7 generations? The next 7 generations are going to be impacted by this, by the way she thinks about her body, the way she thinks about her money, the way she thinks about her life, the way she sees problems, the way she addresses challenges, the way she treats people, and who she's becoming, who God says she is, and what she can give back to her family, give back to her society, give back to her country, give back to the world, simply because of your experience, the experience you created for her. That's what she's paying for. That future lifetime value of that experience, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the next generation, for her daughters, for my daughters, like for me, for my daughters and her daughters and their daughters. That's what we create. It's legacy work. It's not, I'm selling a 10K offer with 24/7 Voxer access. No, no, they're powerful, they're self-led, they can do the thing without you. They can do the thing without you. So how can you co-create that thing that is your brilliance that God put inside of your prosperous womb, and stop creating these surface level transactional offers that have the value of the number of the dollar amount attached to it and nothing else? There's no inside thing. There's no deep womb transformation that can affect, you work with one CEO, and that CEO has this business that has, maybe 5,000 employees, and 5,000 lives are changed because of this CEO's transformation. That is serving deeper. You don't need 1,000 clients, just one human being. You co-create that experience with that one human being, it can change 1,000 lives. So when I see women creating movements, and I go, if you're going to create a movement, you can still create a movement that has a bespoke signature experience. Do not devalue social media and 8-guru figure coaches. They will bully you into mediocrity with those 10K, 5K offers and mass production and the cattle call, messaging. Focus on the work God is doing through you for that one person, because there's a reason why you're working with that one person, and God has called you to that one person, because that one person is a doctor in a hospital and can change millions of lives that come through when he's saving lives. That teacher can change the lives of so many millions of children when she works in that transformational experience with you. That one CEO's transformation affects 1 million other people. Each person that he supports, their people that they support, and their people they support are transformed just because that CEO worked with you. That's a signature bespoke experience. And in the sacred selling circle experience in May, the follow-up to this, we go deeper into this. If you want to learn more about that, get on my email list. That's where we talk deeper and go deeper into the shalom work, because if not, it's too weird for people on the internet, So anyway, tomorrow, the next 7 days. So the first 7 days of this experience, we did the 8-figure pause. In this last 7 days, which is today's the 14th day, we did the Alabaster Studio. The next 7 days, we're stepping into heart-to-heart conversations, heart-to-heart connection. We call it the love letters experience. It's our messaging. It's the thing that the client hears that, she parks the car when she's driving to New York from DC. She parks the car and she starts to cry and go, oh my God, how is it that Jennifer sees me? I feel naked. How does she know? That's the conversation I have with my husband every single day. It's the love letter messaging that supports you to sell weight loss separate from everybody else, where you're not selling because she wants to fit into her skinny jeans. You're selling because she wants her husband to look at her the way he did on their wedding night. There's a difference. That's what makes your work a bespoke, curated, signature experience. That's the master wedding cake. Don't sell the flower. And let me know how this lands for you.